I'm delighted to say two-time FA Cup winner Arsenal is with us now, but his focus clearly is getting Luton Town into the playoffs. Jack Wilshere's here. Jack, a very good morning, mate. How are you?
How you doing, Jack?
Ali, Ray, good morning.
Thanks for joining us, Jack. Now, let's not mess about. We've got plenty of time to talk European football, but what was your feeling? How was your feeling when Casey Palmer, I think it was, got you that winner against Barnsley at the weekend?
Yeah, it was a nice feeling. We've kind of been on, you know what it's like, guys, when you go into games and the context is that you have to win. You have to win. So that creates something. That creates and you can either use it as positive or it can eat you up. And to be fair to the players and the lads, they've produced that and they've given us a few. There was one only a couple of weeks ago when Cal Naismith, our centre-back, believe it or not, stepped up and whipped a free kick into the top corner. It was outstanding. So, yeah, the players have delivered and there's one more to do it in.
Yeah. Jack, I'm so pleased you're doing well. Great to see you win your first trophy as a manager. When you're going into your managerial career, and I know you was at Arsenal for a while and the youngsters, and you've done a really good job. Do you take any advice? Would you look at Arsene Wenger, how he's done stuff, and try and take that into your managerial career, or you your own man and say, this is how I'm going to do it? And is it man management skills? Is it coaching? What will get the best out of the players?
Yeah, I think you have to, like, especially when you work with some good coaches, you have to take a little bit from all of them. But I would say, Ray, the most important thing is, and I learned this probably later on when I was obviously coaching with the 18s at Arsenal, and that was brilliant. Like, that taught me how to coach, that taught me my ideas, that taught me how to deliver sessions. Then I went to Norwich and worked with the first team, which taught me other things. But I think the most important thing is being yourself, being authentic, because, you know, there's so much that comes into it. All the stuff you're talking about, managing players, managing staff around the club, how you want to play, managing upwards, and how you talk to board members and stuff like that. So if you're not yourself, like, you'll fall down, because there's so much that goes into it, and people will see through that. So I think being yourself and then having a really, really clear idea and working at it. It's hard work, but it's the only way.
I'm going to ask you, Jack. I mean, I know 100% you'll be focusing on your own team and getting the 3 points at the weekend against Bolton, which is going to be a great game. Has it helped you? Or do you think it has helped you in any way, shape or form, the fact that Bolton, you know, don't have any chance of obviously catching like Lincoln and Cardiff, who have an incredible season? Do you think they might rest one or two thinking about the playoffs?
No, Ali, because it's still tight, and I know they'll want to finish third, because you obviously get a little bit of advantage. I believe that once you're in the playoffs, the games are something special, and it's about who the best team is on the day and who deals with that pressure the best. But no, I can't see Bolton doing that, because they want to finish third. I think you get home advantage in the second leg. Yeah. So I think they'll be going for that, and also you want to go into it in good form. You want to have momentum, and they're a good team.
Jack, I've got to ask you tonight, a massive game for Arsenal. I'm sure you'll be watching it, Atletico. The game last night was unbelievable to watch, Bayern and PSG. I don't think we're going to see that sort of game, but it's an important game for Arsenal. Obviously the pressure, and he knows it. Arteta's been around the block. He knows the pressure's on him to win a trophy this year. Can you see it? Can you see him winning that trophy? Can you see him winning that Premier League? Or will the pressure really kick into the side and they might stumble and win nothing?
I hope they do win the Premier League. I mean, the Champions League, I feel, is a different kettle of fish. That's you know, you saw over the years what it took for Man City to win it, and how many times they got really close, got to a final, didn't quite do it. So that will be tough. I believe they can do it, but that will be difficult. Yeah, the Premier League, I think, you know, I watched the game against City. I don't always get a chance to watch all the games, but I watched the game against City, and I thought they played well. And you know, sometimes you need a game like that. I know they didn't get the result they wanted, but you need a game like that against probably the best team in the country to. Even just for the players, to give them a little bit of belief, give them confidence that, oh no, okay, we are good players, we can produce against the best. I think both teams will drop points, but I think Arsenal can do it. I think they can. I know that when you have a 10-point lead and then you throw it away, that can affect you, but I think the City game gave them that little bit of belief that they might need, and hopefully they can do it, because, you know, Mikel has done outstanding. I was there for a lot of it when he first came in, and he was changing it, and he's done so well to change the mentality of the club and everything. And I hope they can get it done, because they deserve it.
What do you make of their style? Sorry, Ali. I just want to say about the style of football, Jack, because you know, they've got some cracking players, haven't they? Midfield and wide areas. But sometimes they can be a little bit negative, can't they? I mean, I think they've got to try and. At Man City, we saw a little bit of a difference there. They went forward a little bit more, bit quicker, like we saw last night. When you win the ball back, and you got taught this, first pass forward, first pass and beat the lines, and you take 2 or 3 players out. Sometimes they can be a bit too safe and go sideways and backwards too much.
Yeah, I think when I said I was there for the start of it, when Mikel first came in, it was about playing. It was, you know, a big focus on build up, on finding the free play, and they were really, really good at it. And I think then, well, as a coach and as a team, you always have to look for ways to evolve, to look for ways to change a little bit how you're playing, because teams will start to work you out. And I thought Mikel's done that really well. I think over the last few years, there has been a little bit of a change in style, but this is also not just Arsenal, right? You look at City and bringing Haaland in and how they played into him a little bit more. And I remember playing against City in a cup final at Wembley, and then the goalie kicking it over all of us and Aguero scoring. So it's been around for a while. What I would say is, with Arsenal, I think Odegaard is key to that. You know, he's the player who takes risks. He's the player who, even out of possession, sets everything. And I think he's had a few injuries this season, maybe lost a bit of form at times. But yeah, when Martin's playing, like, it's a different team. It's a different team, and they look braver. And I'd like to see it at times, but Mikel has obviously thought that this is the best way to win the league. You know, they've fallen short over the last few years against a Liverpool team, against a City team that like to dominate the ball. And Arsenal couldn't get it done. He obviously sees this as the way forward. And at times I would like to see them play a little bit more as well.
Jack, I was going to say to you, mate, obviously some massive games last night, but a couple of big games in your own division, obviously. None more so. Stockport losing at home to Port Vale. And I know your attention would clearly be in that division, but did you manage? I'm thinking about yourself, mate. I'm thinking the way you played the game, the way you think of the game. Have you managed? Did you watch last night? I mean, you must have, even if you've seen the highlights, you must have loved what you saw last night.
Yeah, do you know what, Ali? We had our end of season awards. Yeah, so all the players, all the staff were at the awards with the fans. It was top night, to be fair, top night. You know, the fans at Luton are outstanding, I must say, and like, especially when how we've turned it around, they've been a big part of that. So to spend the evening with them was really nice. But everyone was looking at their phone. And PSG scored, Bayern scored, and it was like, it didn't stop. Obviously, as well, one eye was on the Port Vale game against Stockport, and you can probably see like that result in this league is a bit of a mad result. Stockport are a really good team, and like, that's why you, at this point in the season, you just want to try and just win games, because I expect Stockport to be in the playoffs, and you want to go into the playoffs with confidence, with good form. But yeah, no, when I got home, I watched the highlights, and you know, probably one of the best goals I've seen this season, from Harry Kane's pass to Diaz. I mean, what a pass, and the execution. So yeah, no, but I'll be watching tonight.
Jack, I've got to ask you just
Jack,
quickly. No, Jack, one more question, Ali. This is you like this one. I'm sure you're going to get promoted this year. I'm sure you're going to get promoted.
I hope so.
And you know what, Jack? You could be managing against Tottenham next year. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, Parlour, diabolical.
Listen, Ray, focus is on us. We only focus on us.
Yeah, exactly. No, good luck, mate. I really hope you do it.
Cheers, Ray.